Hello, welcome back everybody to more CS news. We're doing daily news over here. If you guys have any stories, any clips, my DMs are always open. G2 always in the news, especially the past couple of weeks with stand-in potential, and it was this past weekend and past couple of days at Blast Spring Finals, where it was TaZ. We got to see him back on the server as he was filling in for m0NESY, who previously had visa issues, eventually made it. We'll get to that in a second, but it wasn't before 38-year-old TaZ took the field as a stand-in for G2 Esports. Not coaching this time around, but somehow managing then to take a map off of Spirit, which is just crazy to see.
A fast response through the smoke of ramp, and if not Zontix, then G2 take map 1. He awaits their push, fire at their feet, that'll force them back closer to the site. Hooxi playing with the op on pillar, and he's got it! Locked in and loaded! Take a bow, Nico from the top rope, and everybody else doing their damnedest.
And then instantly Reddit had their way with this. Like I said previously, TaZ approaching 40 years old. You got to give the man respect on the server. And instantly people then comparing him to good old Hooxi. And I just, the Hooxi hate is just, I've never seen a pro player, or at least not in some time, receive so much backlash as Hooxi, and this will come back full circle for another part of this story. But TaZ stands in, they take a map off Spirit, was not enough as they fall then to the elimination side of the bracket. And well, it was around that time where m0NESY, he showed up, and he did not just show up, guys. He showed up about 5 minutes before the match, even talking and texting and tweeting to the admin saying, hey, I don't need to warm up. I'm going to come right from the airport, right out of the Uber, and I'm going to make it on time for my match. And he meant that literally.
Important for their Inferno that I think that having Nico as a star on this map should be what they mainly look for.
Okay, so G2 winning map number 1. Anubis, where are you standing on that?
Vitality should have that.
Yeah.
As long as they go back to their CT aggression, their trademark play style, celebrations. TaZ is the most relieved man in the world right now.
Mirage, bit of a quirky.
I've covered a lot of esports news and watched a lot of events out there. I have never seen a pro player step out of an Uber, go onto stage, skip the warm-up, and say, yo, let's start it up against one of the best teams in the world. And evidently, unfortunately so, it seems that a warm-up is actually really important.
In Dallas tasted so damn good, but not all 5 got a piece of it. Here we go. They'll sprint in. A quick scope from m0NESY's good, but that Van player's got all his attention, and down they go. It's Vitality United stepping into m0NESY's kingdom, the 3rd British player to play in front of.
As again, they managed to take a map off one of the best teams in the world, which was awesome. And m0NESY eventually woke up, but it just wasn't enough. In the end, Vitality do eliminate G2 from Blast as we head into whatever this short off season is going to be and whatever the future of the G2 roster is going to be, because we don't know that yet either. And then also, speak of the devil in TaZ, ahead of their matchup where he was going to be standing in, we actually had PashaBiceps tweeting about the guy and giving out what seems to be a compliment. I don't know what their past, issues were. I'm sure there was some back and forth eventually with good old Virtus Plow and the good old days of CS. And I know Ryan caught this. I think Don Hooxi also pointed this out. The tag on that tweet was removed. If you guys don't know how Twitter works, or X, whatever the frick, you can actually get tagged in something, and then if you of course don't like it or don't want the notifications, or for whatever reason, you can untag it. So your instead of turning up where people can click on you, it just goes gray. So you can't click on it, but it was obviously there. As TaZ had tweeted, our relationships over the years together have been weaker and better. That's a little bit of a language barrier there. Rock it today, you old man. Here's a joint workout in Las Vegas during the winning DreamHack tournament, and of course showing a great picture of doing what Pasha does a lot, which is working out. So I don't know if those two have some sort of beef, or if TaZ just had plenty of notifications going on, because G2 has been the talk of the town ever since they've had stand-ins, winning IEM Dallas with Stewie 2K standing in, and now, still at least making note of the news, all right? Even though they are losing and lost at Blast with another stand-in and waiting for money through the visa issues, they're still making headlines. They're still doing what G2 does best, including social media. In case you guys missed it, some of the best tweets we saw were not just m0NESY coming in the Uber or the taxi over, but then G2 tracking his travel as well from the airport, or all the way from Russia to the airport to the venue. They were making sure they had it tracked, even throw some jokes in there as well. The G2 social media game is, I mean, it's unrivaled in CS and across many of their esports. Props to that team over there. But this has also further prompted what the future of G2 and this roster will be. Who will remain the core of this roster and who will be switched out as rumors, thanks to Dust2. Make sure to go check them out, guys, for the full read on this one, as M80 Malbs is apparently going to be a set prospect and a rumored transfer to this roster. We do not know yet who he would be replacing, although a lot of eyes, of course, going to Hooxi, because people love to hate Hooxi, and I will not stand for that, okay, guys? I just love this G2 roster. I got no reason to hate on anybody, but it seems like everyone just loves to hate on Hooxi. And we don't know who he would be replacing, but yes, an NA up-and-coming prospect, of course, for M80, it does make you feel bad. My response being no, 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 because us North American teams, we need our own talent, guys, okay? We don't need you fancy European teams taking all of our upcoming greats to your rosters and then making them, you know, 1 NA player, maybe 2 NA, no NA majority rosters. We need all that we can get over here in North America, okay? That's why I said no. Obviously, it would be a great opportunity for Malbs, not just to expand his brand, but of course, his career with a team like G2. I mean, if you get the G2 offer, what are you going to say? No? It's just, I mentioned it last video, where NA is right now, it sucks. And I love NACS, but we got complexity in M80. If you talk about NA majority rosters, what do we have to hope for right now? Like, Valorant has hurt us. The last few years have been not that great. I mean, yes, we had an NA. Like, we were praising IEM Dallas because we had one American make the playoffs for a North American event. I think that's all I got to say. So, I mean, congrats to Malbs. We'll see who he replaces, but something needs done. And I do have interviews with people like Jason Lake and nothing about NACS. I might release on this channel eventually if you guys want that. But yeah, a lot to go on there when it comes to American CS. And as you guys know on these videos, we like to throw in a little bit of the tidbits out there as well. I thought this was funny because the Heroic social media guy, he's a crazy motherfricker. He just be tweeting a bunch of stuff out there. He was tweeting back and forth between the Heroic Valorant and the Heroic CS account about what's better, CS or Valorant. And JL, I don't know the beef and history there. If you guys want to fill me in, he was just like full-blown schizo moment on Team Heroic. And I believe by the time of me recording, probably ratioing the entire account just based off that one interaction. And then lastly out there, caught this one on the timeline, actually tweeted out by Mo, was Freakazoid, huh? Good old Freaky having a 1v5, which I thought was a sick enough clip. Like, we got to show that.
Up cat one. These guys are actually going. Hey.
Throwing flashbang. Grenade out. Incendiary out.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? Came back at the right time, bro.
5v1? It's right there to the right. Wow.
If you wanna get the clip,
Twitter.
you should get it from my stream. It was perfect timing, bro.
Mine was.
Really been enjoying doing the CS news, guys. It's actually been daily. That was not my plan. I plan on making a few videos every single week. If I see CS news, I'm going to cover it for all of you guys. So till next time, thank you all for watching. My DMs are open, and we'll see you hopefully sometime soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.